What's up, everyone? Tyler here with Durful, bringing you another cEDH gameplay.
For this week's gameplay, the Unstable Commanders are exploring the Fringe of cEDH. Tally is on their build of Roon of the Hidden Realm. Fives roars back on the channel, bringing their brew for K9 and the 14th Doctor. Durful heralds the Mardu Summer on their build for Krark and Tymna the Weaver. And community member Aaron joins us on their build for Naru Miha.
Alright, let's fight. Any pre-games?
Yes.
Fucking cheater.
Gemstone, and I'll exile this Beholder's Death Ray Snuff out.
Alright, good luck, have fun. I'll take a peek your wall. Let's do Rejuvenating Springs for land for turn. And then, in a surprising twist, I'm gonna do a Mox Diamond. And if that's good, I'm pitching away this Boseiju. Yep, go ahead, two in hand. So don't target me with Jessica's Will.
Untap, upkeep, draw. City of Brass. I'm going to tap this for black and then cast a Dark Writ. I will then tap City of Brass for a white, going from 40 to 39, and I will attempt to cast Tymna the Weaver. But beyond that, yeah, I'm good.
Alright. Untap, upkeep, draw. Steam Vents, taking myself to 38. Tap it to cast K9 Mark 1. With that on the field, 0 for a Mox Amber. Mox Amber, tap it for a blue Mystic Remora.
In response to the Mystic Remora, if Aaron doesn't have anything,
of course.
I'm a Mystical Tutor right now. Good. Alright, I'm gonna go search for something. I'm just gonna grab myself Finale.
Alright, after that, I'm gonna pass the turn.
Okay, now here we have the talk about the fish pact. You doing it?
You can at least get one.
Okay, I'll play a Jeweled Amulet.
Pay the 4.
I cannot. I will pass the turn.
So untap, upkeep, draw the Finale. I'm gonna also let you draw Purple Flowers. 1 in hand. Go for it, Durful.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I'm going to move to attack. I'm going to move to combat.
Oh.
Yeah, Tally always picks on me. I think I'm going to pick on Tally a little bit, so I'm going to attempt
That's
to
fine.
move to combat, declare Tymna an attacker, and swing out on you, Tally.
38.
I will net gain 1, because then I'm going to spend 1 and draw a card. I have not played a land this turn. I'll play an Exotic Orchard. All right, so then I will proceed through the rest of the phases, move to my end step, and attempt to pass the turn.
Alright, so I'm gonna untap, upkeep, I'm gonna let Mr. Gamora hit the yard.
Whoa!
Gaia's Cradle. Then I'm gonna go ahead and tap the Gaia's Cradle for 1 green for a Soul Ring. Soul Ring, Mox Amber, and 2 life for a Birthing Pod.
Alright, Aaron. I mean, you know what my card is in my hand, so it's up to you.
Well, if he has nothing else on it instead, I'm just gonna put a charge counter on.
Okay, so if Birthing Pod hits, so does it resolve?
Yep.
No, I gotta wait uno momento. I'm gonna pass.
Okay, on your end step, I will put a charge counter on Jeweled Amulet. Okay, untap, upkeep, draw. Okay, I will play a Island Lotus Petal. 1, 2, 3. Remove the charge counter. I'll play a Coalition Relic. With that, I will pass the turn.
So untap, upkeep, draw. Of course, I'll target Aaron with Carpet Flowers and floating 2. Yeah, I guess I'll do 2 green. Fuck it. And then 2 green. This. And as promised, Finale of Devastation X equals uno.
I have a response.
No, you don't.
I do have a response.
No.
I'm going to tap
This might
down
be hater behavior.
Gemstone Caverns for white specifically, and cast an Archivist of Agma in response to your Finale of Devastation. In response to you searching, I will gain a life and draw a card.
But yeah, that's it. Good.
So untap, upkeep, draw. Badlands is my land for turn. I'm going to attempt to cast Rite of Flame.
Trigger.
Go for it. So Rite of Flame, that's going to generate me 2 red, which I will then immediately use to cast Sir Krark the Thumbless. I will pay a white and attempt to cast Silence.
But yeah, you go
I'm gonna tap a blue and I'm gonna Swan Song.
Please note that I do still get my Krark trigger.
Of course.
So the original is countered. I don't. I am instead going to move to combat. I'm going to send the Archivist of Ogma at Aaron, Tymna at Towley. He won't. Well, okay, yeah, no, you're right. I'll send it at 5s instead. My apologies, because he'll want to keep his K9 so he can pot it.
I will also say that I have more pod fodder in hand. So, but I will take, what is it, 2 from Tymna?
2. Yep, and then it's 2 from Archivist as well.
Yep. Okay.
All right, so I would gain 2, but then I'm going to immediately lose 2 and draw 2. Yeah, I will tap City of Brass, losing 1, and cast a Sarah Ascendant. I will then proceed to my instep, pass the turn.
Awesome. I will untap, upkeep, draw. From my hand, I will attempt to cast a Mox Opal. With that, I'm going to go ahead and tap the Mox Amber, sacrifice K9 and pay 2 life, going to 32, to search my library for a...
Okay, so then what I'll do is I'll tap Coalition relic and sack my Lotus Petal, and I will trick bind the pod.
Yep, that's fine. Since that's stopped, I'll present something else, or start a line. And I'm going to go ahead and cast a Hermit Druid.
Yep, you saw that correctly. Yep. 5s did tap that guy's Cradle to cast Hermit Druid, but you know what? Fuck it. We pretended that they still had K9 on the battlefield and just floated the 1 green before using it for birthing pods, so... Oops.
Esper Sentinel trigger on the trick bind.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Oh, yeah. Do you pay for it?
I cannot.
Yay!
I'm going to go ahead and just pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep. Yeah, I'll just go to draw. And with that, I will pass the turn.
I'm at your instep passing a Lightning Tutor.
All right. It's going to trigger Archivist of Ogma. I will gain 1 and then draw a card.
Well, if it resolves.
Yeah, if it resolves.
Yeah, we still gotta wait till if it resolves.
Yes. I'll be passing priority.
Yeah, I got nothing. I want him to do it.
Okay. Yep. So I search, and then Durful draws and gains a life. Ristic Study, and then untap, upkeep, draw. I'll land, and I'll get 2 blue off that. What's up, Heath? I'm a cracker right now to grab something. Yeah, Durful, you help me, so I'm gonna get something from White.
You Swin's up teeth. Yeah.
Use the 2 blue floating. Pay this. Pay 2 life. Phyrexian Metamorph. Cool. I have my own Sarah Ascendant. I end the turn.
So I will untap, upkeep, draw. I will tap Gemstone Caverns and attempt to cast Orrim's Chant, triggering Krark.
Trigger Esper.
Go for it. Oh, I'm also targeting Aaron to be on the safe side, so...
Oh, my lordy. Okay.
Right, so Krark trigger evens is a copy, odds is back to hand. God, it is not wanting me to do this today. So I'm going to tap 3, I'm going to lose 1 in the process, and attempt to cast Jessica's Will.
Who are you targeting with Jessica's Will?
My guess is going to be you at 4, and if it gets copied, I will then target you again. Are you kidding me? So now I'm going to move to combat. We're going to have the Sarah Ascendant come at you 5s.
Ooh, okay.
And then Tymna will go over it, Aaron. So I'm going to gain 6, and then I would lose 2 for Tymna, and then I'm going to immediately pay it to draw 2 cards. It is still my turn, second main phase. I have not played land this turn. I'll play an Ancient Tomb. I have to proceed to my instep and discard. I'm going to choose to discard a Lightning Bolt. That's going to leave me 7 cards in hand, and I proceed to pass the turn.
I'll untap, upkeep, draw. Sure, why not? I'll play a Windswept Heath. We haven't seen one of these this game.
Alright.
And then I'll tap it and sacrifice it. Go to 25.
That's going to trigger Archivist of Ogma.
Hey, Merry Christmas.
Gain a life, and then draw a card.
We're going to go grab a Savannah. I am going to have Mox Opal for a green and attempt to Hermit Druid mill over my library.
I will
Stifle.
cast a Mystical Tutor first.
Trigger.
Trigger, go for it.
Yay.
I will, on top of your Mystical Tutor, tap this Steam Vents for a blue and cast my own Mystical Tutor.
Trigger.
Yeah, you can draw.
Yay.
Nice.
My Mystical Resolve first.
And then Durful will get the Archivist Armature from 5 after you're done searching, and then of course AA Ron after he's done searching.
Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and put a Savine's Reclamation on top.
Okay. And then my turn resolve.
Yep, after the
Yep.
trigger for Archivist.
So I end up drawing 2 and gaining 2 overall.
Okay,
Ghostly
I'll grab a
Flicker, okay.
Ghostly Flicker. I'm good to proceed with Hermit Druid if no one else has anything.
Runs no basics, so I'm gonna reveal cards until I hit a basic. Then I'm gonna make sure I have the mana right. I do. Awesome. Tap all of those for a Savine's Reclamation.
Do you guys have the mana right?
Hmm?
1, 2, 3, 4.
What did I tap Opal for?
You tapped the Opal to activate Hermit Druid.
There we go.
Oh shit! You
Oh,
did
don't
it
worry.
wrong.
Don't worry. Since I obviously just misplayed, I'm gonna exile this Birds and Endurance my library.
Yeah, we know what you're thinking. If I didn't cast our Mystical Tutor for the Savine's Reclamation, that would have hit the graveyard anyways. They would have won. They were only 1 mana short from winning. Yeah, we should honestly do a blooper at the end of the year with all the mishaps.
So many times Mistrise Village has entered untapped.
So many
All right.
cousin misplays. But yeah, back to the gameplay.
Pass the turn.
Okay, on your end step, I'll put a charge counter here. I'll put a charge counter here. Okay, 3 mana. I'll cast a Spell Seeker.
Yep.
You get an Archivist trigger.
I will grab an Essence Flux. I will pass the turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. This time I will. Guess I'll float 2. I just stick with 2 blue. I'll play a Bountiful Promenade. And then I'm going to cast Ranger Captain of Eos. No, this is a value Ranger Captain. This is like just in case someone presents a win. So I'll just cast a Ristic Study using the 2 blue floating and then this one.
Yeah.
And I guess that'll be it. Go ahead, Durful.
All right. So untap, upkeep, no triggers.
Comedically sized
to-
Ranger Captain of Eos.
Draw.
Yeah, fuck you, Durful.
What do we do? Oh, we sacked the. Okay. So
What?
I'm going to play Marsh Flats as my land for turn. I'll go ahead and crack the Marsh Flats. Okay, there we go. Scrubland. So I can cast creatures. All right.
Uh-oh.
Watch the win with creatures. Oh, we're playing Zoo.
So we're gonna
Mardu
do
Zoo.
Badlands and Ancient Tomb. So I'll lose 2, and then that's a professional Facebreaker.
Okay.
Trigger.
Go for it. I will pay a black and a white and cast a Lotha Corrupt Sheriff, and I will pay the 1 this time for Ristic. Then I'm going to move to combat. Yeah, we'll send the Sarah Ascendant and Krark at you, Aaron, and we'll send Tymna and the Archivist of Ogma at U5s. All right, so that's going to give me 2 treasure tokens. All right, so I have to discard down to hand size. So it'll be Savine's Reclamation and Praetor's Grasp.
Alright. I will untap, upkeep, and then 100% increase my hand size. I'll tap the Savannah, 2 life, and sacrifice Hermit Druid to attempt a Birthing Pot for 3.
Okay. I will Essence Flux targeting Spellseeker.
Triggers right here.
Don't worry, we're balling.
Go for it.
Draw
And then your-
2.
Your search is good, so Archivist
Yeah.
of Ogma trigger.
Yep.
So I'll draw a card and gain a life.
I will grab Stifle. Yeah, Stifle. Lotho
Trigger.
Trigger, Ristic Study. Yep. Not gonna have one.
Yeah. Lotho will go first, and then my Ristic Study will go.
So I generate a treasure for that being the 2nd spell cast this turn.
And you lose a life. I will draw a card.
Okay, so Stifle is gonna counter Birthing Pod. And I'm gonna tap my Steenbents and my Soul Ring for 3 mana to attempt to cast K9.
Trigger.
Cannot pay, so I'll just
Yay!
Mox Amber for blue, Gaia's Cradle for green, and Mox Opal for white to attempt to cast the 14th Doctor.
I have a response, and I have a trigger.
Yep.
So I'll lose a life and get a treasure off of Lothos since that's your second spell.
Okay, so I'll draw.
I'm gonna pay 2 and attempt to Final Fortune.
Oh, you got 2 triggers right here. Ristic and Esper.
I won't pay. Go for it.
Okay. So I draw 2. Damn! If I had an extra mana, I probably would have been able to do it, so I had to pass.
Come on, Krark. You let
Please
me
go to
down
dice
all
jail.
day.
Go
Come
to
on.
dice jail.
Come on. Evens, baby, evens. Yeah!
Was that everything on top of my Doctor cast? Can I resolve him?
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to reveal the top 14, and any Doctors I find will go to my graveyard, and he can copy one. Tyga, nothing.
Ugh.
But, yep, I'll go ahead and pass through steps and phases and end my turn.
All right, so that's my extra turn. Untap, draw, Mox Diamond, pitching Wooded Foothills,
Triggers.
not paying. I will do a black and a whatever and attempt to cast Diabolic Intent. We're going to sacrifice Krark. I
Do the math real
will...
quick. Yeah, make sure you do
Yeah.
the math real quick.
No, I'm good. I paid. I'll pay
Cool.
it. So Diabolic Intent. So I get to tutor. So first things first, this is part of what was stopping me before. I'm going to lose 2 as a part of this process for tapping Ancient Tomb. Jessica's Will.
Trigger.
Not going to pay.
So draw.
But I'm going to pick you, Towley.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
So then I also, since I do control Tymna still, I get to flip the top 3. Draneth Magistrate, Enlightened Tutor, and a Flooded Strand. So I'm going to end up with 1 because I'm going to pay a white. And we're going to Orm's Trant you, Towley. So that way I can let you draw unfettered. 2 red.
Oh, yeah, trigger.
Yeah, you can draw because now you can't cast anything.
I can still draw for the orange chant trigger. Nope, did not draw an answer to it.
2 red, Underworld Breach. Or use 3 red and wheel. So I'll do Chrome Mox, imprinting Dragon's Rage Channeler. Because then I'm going to do this in my last treasure and cast a Grand Abolisher.
Just because, why not? It balls to the wall. I have nothing else to do. I'm going to attempt to Pact of Negation your Grand Abolisher.
I'm going to exile these 3 cards and tap Gemstone Mine and cast Silence on top of that. So you can counter the Grand Abolisher, but I'm also silencing on top of it.
Yep, that's good.
All right, so what's going to happen is I'm going to show a loop of casting Jessica's Will as needed to generate mana and Wheel of Fortune to loop through my deck until I find Tainted Pact, and then I'm going to do Praetor's Grasp and grab somebody's Thassa's Oracle and win.
Yep. Yeah, because 5 already showed.
That I have a Thassa's.
Their Thassa's, yeah.
And Mardu Summer making a comeback. Let's go.
Oh, that's another good Mardu win for you. Like, I think you won with all your Mardu decks that you've built so far. Except for Celeste, but Celeste is still new.
Yeah, I was going to say, I am very much still working on that one. But shout out to our players. It's great getting to meet new people through the cEDH community. It's great building our community in our Discord, which if you aren't a member, you should totally join. But I do want to comment that I absolutely appreciate the Naru Miha deck. I've looked at it several times in the past. It's great on paper. Just about all monocolor decks are great on paper. Blue especially, because you think, oh, I have all of the counter spells, right? But the only counter spells that we saw were all stifle type effects, countering things like Five's Birthing Pod and other creatures, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's great on paper, but then you've got to realize you've got to have the appropriate mana. You got to make sure, which you would think is super easy in a monocolor deck to color fix, but sometimes it doesn't work out quite exactly the way that you need it to. So
No. So mono blue, I always feel like the only commander right now is still Urza Lord High Artificer. But even then, why build mono blue Urza when you could just upgrade it to like Joyra, Elsha, Brea? Like if you want to explore Brea, for example. I mean, hell, there's so many other options besides mono-colored. But I mean, it's still fun to see. It's still very interesting. Very interesting indeed. But hey, if you did like the video, hit that subscribe button. Comment down below. Like. We always try our best to reply back with everything you guys post. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. See ya.
Happy birthday. Bye.